Hello, down south pickin'. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No. I hope it's working. Hey, El Meccano. Hey, Metal Matt. Can you hear me? Hey, El Meccano. Hey, Metal Matt. Okay, got echoing back. Okay. So let's get this set up because this was all impromptu. Hey, Pete, Mark, Jeep. All right. I think I got this thing set up. Hey, aspiring alchemist. Well, we'll wait for you to come back. This was all an impromptu thing. I'll tell you why here in a second. I want to set it up, which I didn't intend to do, but then again, I thought about it and figured, oh, what the heck, so there you go. Hey, Mark, welcome back. Let's see here. Present. No. Extra camera. Okay, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Where is that one? That one's plugged in. It should work. Okay. Trying to set up the second camera, but for some reason I'm having a little bit of trouble. So let me get some of the silver on the table. I'll tell you what's going on. So I want to thank you everyone for coming with no prior announcement. I didn't even think I was going to do it, but I figured what the heck. And no, it didn't have to do with the Yankee. Well, maybe a little bit. Okay. Let me get my stuff out. I was actually planning on going back into my phone to edit the next video, which I'm already partially through. But I figured, I wanted to try to get more people interested in what I just released and Frosty just released. So, because I think it's really a good story, a very good story. And I wanted to see about getting everyone interested into maybe watching this. So, welcome everyone. I'm going to try to set this up. And like I said, I have not really planned on doing this. It was just a last second decision. And three of my favorite newer Tiger channel, not channel rounds, but Tiger rounds. So I'm going to set this up here. Just bear with me here. I was kind of hoping that Frostbite might stop in. He might. He's been a very busy person recently. So how many of you have, is this the Rigged Wheel annual meeting? You would think, OC Stacker, but no, This was a last second decision. I really wanted to test my system. I got a new mic. Frostbite and I worked for hours trying to figure out why I had the feedback. We think we finally figured it out. And lo and behold, let's see, this one's working, this one is not working. So trying to get the extra camera to work. Okay, it's working. All right. Have no clue why, but hey, I'm not going to argue with success. So now I have both cameras up working, and I have the new mic, and I'm going to put the second camera up on stage. So now we got both cameras working, and the new mic. Are you hearing any reverb or any background or echo or anything? Has anyone been? Are you guys still hearing me? OC says it's all good. Okay, great. Okay, so let me text Frosty because he worked with me a long time on this. Just in case you got a moment, comma, I'm online, live streaming, period. So far, so good, period. If you have a moment, comma, can you join, question mark. Okay, so Israel strikes Iran, Iraq, and Syria. Yes, I saw that, Michael. I've been watching this guy on YouTube for a while now, ever since the Tucker Carlson Putin interview. He goes by the name of Meet Kevin. I was very impressed with his comments in there. So I've been watching him ever since. A very smart young man. So I enjoy watching his commentary. He seems to be spot on with almost everything. So I wanted to comment on what you just said. It's awesome. Spot be up tomorrow. I believe it will be. Anytime you have war going on down south, people get scared and they buy more and more metals. There's going to be an increase in spot. Also, I've been very much made aware that China and India are paying much better than what the spot prices are here, getting traders to buy here and send the supplies there. So, I'm trying to point that out to people. That is a horrible thing. They're going to try to buy it all up. So I don't think we're going to see very much in the way of pullbacks, no matter what they do to manipulate. With China wanting to buy, and India wanting to buy, they're going to push through the pullbacks that this country and COMEX are going to try to push through. So, I don't think we're going to have very much in the way of dips. Me personally, I don't have a ton of time. A lot of my time's either working or trying to find a replacement job. So I don't have the time to watch the dips as much as it is. So I kind of adapted the philosophy that Silver Joker has: stack ounces. Don't worry about the price unless you have to sell. Just stack ounces. And that makes sense because even if you buy it at a higher dollar figure, when things hit the fan, you're going to need it. And it's going to be there when you need it. So I remember when I first started stacking in 2018, I believe we were sitting at silver at like $18 to $20 an ounce, I think. And I bought back then. Now look where it's at. And I believe gold was somewhere around 17 to 19. Now look where it's at. So I personally am a firm believer that we're in a very weird situation in history because I think that we are going to be facing a global war. And if it's not already going on in a quiet fashion, we are facing a global war. So subsequently, no matter what the COMEX and the LCMS labels the spot price, China and India and maybe even Russia are going to try to buy it. And there's going to be less and less and less out there. So I'm not going to worry about the spot price. Because when the kimchi hits the fan and you need it, and you were upset because the spot price was not as low as you wanted, you're going to wish you had it. So my advice is do what you think. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't pretend to be. I'm a physician. I know medicine more than I know finance, but I also understand the human equation. That I understand most of all. And I think we're really going to be facing a lot of problems. Hello, Relevant Dancer. Hello, James. Just stack that silver. James, stack whatever you can get your little fingers on. Hello, Ellie. Welcome. Stack whatever you can get your fingers on. Stack food. Stack groceries. Stack. Find yourself a water well. Find a way to stack water. Find a way to get prepared for the nasty that's coming. We've had a power outage here. We've had tornadoes hit in the not so distant past. And I have a Generac generator, which provided power. Now, I wasn't here, but it was nice to know that my wife was well taken care of while I was out trying to earn a living and take care of patients. But what happens if they're going to turn off that natural gas? That thing's not going to work. If they push green, the Generac isn't going to work, and it's going to be a useless piece of equipment. Hello, D. So I'm still planning on buying myself a solar system, and I'm planning on using powered portable solar. I've already made a video on it. Actually comes in 3 parts. Okay, so go ahead and watch that. Ben is awesome, and he is very, very intelligent, and I plan on buying for the entire house. The home systems, the stationary systems, at the last time I checked the prices, was somewhere around the neighborhood of $40,000 to $60,000 to provide me 40%. And that's not enough for this family. But to get it up to 100%, it's going to cost me approximately $120,000. How many of us have that to plop down and still maintain? Not many. But with powered portable solar, you can buy them in tranches, and there's different sources, different gizmos out there. Some with 120 volts, some with 240 volt. And the one I want, which is the Apollo system, I can get 240, and I can buy them in groups of $7,000 until I'm completely paid up. And that way I can use solar and use the Generac for backup power when the sun is I'll tell you down south, they come with batteries. And if you want extra, you can definitely do that. If you're interested, I would tell you, please go into powered portable solar. Can one of my mods pull them up and put them in? Powered portable solar goes by the YouTube channel Minuteman Prep, and throw that link into the chat so that those of you who are interested in providing solar for your family, you got it. If it doesn't break you once you start needing it, you can repair it. Learn to be good at being poor. That's always been the case, my friend Relevant. The system has historically always tried to keep the rich and powerful in rich and power. Hey, Hillbilly Stacker, welcome. There's no difference between then and now. Not a difference in the world. It's just history repeating itself. So learn to put together what you can and rely on each other and start having a good community, which I think is going to be the best thing for you, for all of us. Okay. My immediate community is going to change a good bit, I hope. Let me explain to you. Those of you who are in Yankees chat heard me go off about the war in Ukraine. And I don't want to belabor the point. Some of you may agree with me, some of you may not agree with me. However, the most important part about this is that you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to speak your mind. And so am I. Okay? That's the beautiful part about having free speech. But Tim, who's wise about everything else, is wrong about this. EMP weapons will be next. There's a very good chance of that down south. In fact, that's in part 3 of the video that I had with Ben from Powered Portable Solar. You might really want to watch those videos because you're going to learn a lot. I certainly did. And I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm working at it. But basically, a long story made short, ordering my Faraday bag tomorrow. I probably will sometime in the near future, along with my solar kit that I'm planning on ordering OC Stacker. In fact, I got to call Ben and ship him off some money, which is going to be coming very soon. But my situation's going to change, I hope. Well, like I said, you heard me spout off to Tim that he's wrong about Ukraine, and he is. And I would love to see my wife and him have a little sit-down powwow. She's lived there. She knows the lay of the land. She knows the politics. Tim is only close. I hear all the time what's being said in Russian media. I know the past because I'm Slavic background also. I know the past about Russia, Ukraine, Poland, the wars that had happened, and the Ukrainians have been treated like garbage through decades and decades. They're tired of it. And if you were pushed around and you were bullied around, you wouldn't tolerate it. You would definitely fight back. And we, meaning the United States and NATO, broke the treaty. We are the ones who got Ukraine to give up their nuclear weapons under the promise that we would protect them. We got to keep our promises. And I personally feel that if you're worried about the money being spent, get rid of all the liberal spending programs that do nothing. They do nothing to help this country except waste money and increase our national debt. Take that money, use it to fix our problems, use it to fix our economy. Start working on the wall again. And keep our promises. We've got a promise to Ukraine. We've got a promise to Israel. We need to keep our promises. And I love Tim. In fact, one day I hope to meet Tim, but I sure would love to have him have a sit-down powwow with my wife. And that way he would certainly maybe see that he's not as 100% accurate as what he thinks he is on this one topic. Everything else, I think he's dead on. Anyway, speaking of Ukraine, I want to point out another point in the fact that we are trying our best to get my wife's family over here. We have 4. I need a real backdrop. By the way, if any of you know where I can buy a backdrop, I've been looking. I'm probably not doing it right. I want to buy a real backdrop for this. Anyway, we are working at trying to get 4 souls over here. My mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, who you all know as Bill, his wife, and her son, who she's had with a husband before, my brother-in-law. We don't know how successful we're going to get. One of our community has been very helpful at trying to help me get the ball rolling to bring them over here under a refugee status. Until that person tells me I'm allowed to drop their name, I'm not going to. But for that person, and you know who you are, I love you. I respect you. Long before you ever started helping my family. It's just much more. So, thank you. So, it turns out my brother-in-law has the one and only passport. And I was told you don't need a passport to come to America under the refugee status. However, whoever wrote the program doesn't know that. You have to have the passport information for the program to work. So I filled it out for my brother-in-law. And I've just been told that his wife has just filled out her passport application. And my mother-in-law, who has for years told me no, I've begged her to come live with us ever since I married her daughter. And she didn't even want to come during the war. But my wife told her, so, well, then you're going to have to get into a nursing home because everybody else is coming. And the young man, I hope he's able to get here. He's frightened because if he gets the passport, if the army's going to be there waiting and snag him up and put him on the front lines. This is what we face every day. This is the drama that we face every day. And we watch what's going on with the war in Ukraine every day. So in addition to knowing the history, my wife knowing the history much better than I do because she lived it, we see it on a daily basis. Well, Mark, it's going to be even worse than that because Putin doesn't want to only occupy Ukraine. He wants to annihilate them. They want genocide. I've heard it. My wife translated it for me. They have been. She translates for me pretty regularly. They want genocide, and the number one reason they want to go after the Ukrainians is because of the United States. They are ticked that we got involved with Ukraine, and they want to come after us. And if they get Ukraine, they're going to come after the rest of the country. You know, it will be more and more of a global war. But that's my stance on it. That's what I believe to be true. And unfortunately, I've been more right than I've not been right in my years. So I hope I haven't frightened you all, but it is what it is. So enough said about that. How's the sound still coming through? Let's see here. USCIS and inquire about Uniting for Ukraine program. I've already started that program, James. May be able to access additional information on the State Department website. I've already been doing it, James. At least for my brother-in-law. I can't do it for the other ones because they do need a passport for me to put into their computer program, despite what I was told about USCIS and the Uniting for Ukraine program. They still want a passport number and a passport expiration date. Unless you have a passport, you can't put that information in. So, but we're working on it. So it's good to hear that the sound is doing good. Wanted to point out some things also. Finally went ahead and splurged and got not only stickers, but these are magnets. So bought some magnets that I'll be dispensing pretty soon here in the future. And I've just been putting together a unboxing video for which you all will see in the very near future. By the way, sorry for not being able to put out videos. I've been trying to track down money. Hi, Amy Harrell. So basically, I've been trying to track down money. And thank God I was given a chance to work for another company in the ER. And I'm still waiting for my first pay from them. But I might be able to give up that home visiting job that doesn't pay very well and start returning to being able to afford more. So hopefully I won't have to sell my gold and silver to bring my family over from Ukraine. But I will. Because as far as I'm concerned, family comes first. Family always comes first. Even before money. Long before money. Thank you, Amy. I will definitely do that, Ellie. But I got to think of something that's going to bring a lot of fun when I do that. I've got something planned, but it's still in its development stage, so I'm not going to talk about that much. But I will say this: if I'm lucky enough to go ahead and get hold on, I'm checking this. I'm trying to fix this camera. It looks like it's frozen. Anyway, if I can get the things situated that I want to, when I get a chance to ask Tim about putting my sticker on his safe, then maybe, just maybe, it'll be funny and everyone can have a good time at it. So let me see here. We'll get the extra camera rolling again. Okay. Okay, do you see both cameras now? Hey, Frosty, what's up? Welcome to the chat here. Frosty, I'm going to send you an invite. Let's get this thing set up. Get the email set up. Okay. And the invitation is sent. So I'll be waiting for you to show up here. So, all right. So basically, let's get this camera up a little bit better. Everyone, I want to have you all know that the new system that I'm working on was a lot of hard work that Frostbite helped me with. We spent hours working on trying to improve, because the last time I did a live stream, some people said they couldn't hear me very well and it was making it not so enjoyable for them. So I splurged and got a mic system that, thanks to Frostbite, and working with me in the computer world. Here we go. I think we had a bleep. Here we go. Welcome on board.
What's up?
Oh, not much. I've been bragging on you a little bit.
Oh, don't be doing that. Don't be telling lies.
God bless you.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you're well.
We spent hours trying to figure out the reverb and the echo and all that. And we finally got it figured out. Let me just put it this way. Frosty figured it out. I just followed instructions. Maybe not so well, but I did. But anyway, so I wanted to try to get this live stream going as an impromptu thing. Not really because of the Yankee live stream, although he did challenge me. He will pay for that. I promise you that. He challenged me again. He will pay for that.
Hey, James, I agree. The audio is way better. It sounds crisp, clean. Definitely sounds nicer than the old raspy voice.
Oh, was I raspy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I was just using the mic that came in the laptop computer and with the two cameras, and that's all I had. And then I watched what Frostbite was using, and I went and bought the same mic that he uses, but I hang it from above head so I can actually have the table to work with, because I'm a little clumsy.
He's got a fat head. He's got to hang it up here.
Tigers do have big heads.
They do. Yeah.
You know, mine just doesn't have to be any bigger than the rest of them, although
I just have ears.
Yeah, I noticed that. You know, that's one of the reasons I actually like you, because you have ears that poke out like mine. So anyway, we wanted to try to test this sound system. Here's why. We both released a video, premiere back to back, and I think the reason it didn't go off so well is because it was. I thought maybe we wouldn't lose a lot of people because Yankees live stream was going to be a half an hour later, but I think a lot of people just went out and hanged out in Yankees live stream, which, you know, I've done that too. But I think we have made an excellent double video. I started mine off, it fed off to Frosty's, and then Frosty would, hi Mogo, then Frosty released his and pointed people back to mine in case they missed the first part. So those of you who have not subscribed to Frostbite, please go. You're going to enjoy it. He gives a lot of good information, not just only numismatics, for which he's exceptionally good at, but also because he is working on a new avenue where he tells the story of the history of the gold and the silver and all that. And my dog's over there snoring. So, you know, we did a story on the blood bar. I won't go into the details here. I really want you to go watch it on both videos and learn something about it. It's a wonderful, sad, horrible story, and it's about a lot of mystery and conspiracy, and I think you would really enjoy the story for both channels. Then we're planning on doing a live stream on this subject. Are we still thinking about Sunday night?
Not this one.
We're not going to do it on this one?
It's not this one. No, we'll do it here. Yeah, probably Sunday. Depends on how much work I have to do tomorrow, and so we'll see.
So I'm confused. Have you changed your mind, or are you still planning it?
Oh, no, we're going to do it. I just don't know if we should do it Saturday or Sunday.
Oh.
What's up, okay. Joe Lopez?
Hey, Joseph. How you doing? I got to tell you guys. Just thinking about Joseph Lopez, you know, the Hispanic last name. I'm working right now in New Mexico, in a little tiny hospital in New Mexico. I've always worked small hospitals. I've never worked the big ones. And this company that I'm working with, they really like the work that I've done. but a large part of it is because I encouraged them to let me train with their computer, their documentation computer, because they wanted their new doctors, just to basically to fly by the seat of their pants, trial by fire, in other words. Not a good idea. The guy that did trial by fire, he's not getting the greatest reviews. I pushed to have 6 hours with the computer, and I've been getting good reviews. And I've been asked to come back, and now they want me to go to a lot of other different hospitals that they have. So hopefully I'll be with this company for a long time. And the nice thing about it is when I'm done, I'm done. I'm home. I'm doing videos. I'm helping the wife. I'm being at home. I'm sleeping. I'm resting. I'm not worried about running all the time like I have been for the last number of months. So while I was in New Mexico, I just was amazed of the culture differences, how the people interact, the fact that I had so much to learn and still have so much to learn. One of the things I had to learn about was on a few occasions we had people who came up from Mexico for their health care because their doctor said that they had blah, blah, blah. And they didn't go to their hospital down there, which I didn't get. I didn't understand. And I apologized ad nauseum for wanting to ask questions. It turns out that in Mexico, if you don't have money, you don't get health care. There is no insurance. There is no anything else. There is no fallout finances for hospitals. And so they go across the border. Border control picks them up, brings them to the hospital, and we have to pick it up. Now, I'm not going to complain about the money part of it. That's not my thing. I don't care. But I am upset the fact that they don't take care of their people as much as they should. And if we have to take care of them, that's not my call. But, it's above my pay grade. But I really enjoyed the people there. They brought some food to work. They let me eat some food that their families made. They love listening to them talk in their native language. Either I don't know a squat of what they said. So as I saw your name, Joseph, thank you. You brought a very nice memory to mind.
Well, Mogo says, don't drink and pour silver. I would rather not drink silver and
pour liquor.
Don't drink silver. It's bad for you.
I thought it was antimicrobial.
Oh, you can lick it. Just don't eat it. It's good to filter your water through, though.
Oh, I believe that. Should we use the constitutional silver for that?
Well, I don't know. Can you really do that? I mean, because technically it's money and you're not supposed to launder money.
Well, I was talking about you telling me how dirty the constitutional silver was. I was trying
to get
coin.
People have no idea how dirty money is. Like it's nasty.
Oh, big time nasty. Oh, big time nasty. So I wanted to try to. I guess what we're going to find out is whether or not we're going to do this live stream question and answer session on Saturday or Sunday. I guess it's going to have a lot more to do with Frosty's availability.
Yeah, if tomorrow goes well, I may be able to do Sunday. If not, we're going to have to do Saturday because there's no way I'll be able to do late Sunday and then be at work at 4 a.m. for Monday. So.
Well, I don't blame you.
I've been putting in way too many hours to do that.
I've been pretty much being a workaholic for a long time in my life. You know that. So let me show you some things that I just recently got. I've done an unboxing video that is in its editing phase right now, but I just got another set of boxes recently, and I don't want to do a second unboxing. Right here, Tiger Year of the Tiger, which I got at an auction at T the Silver Stacker.
So we need to work on your top right camera because you're getting you're freezing.
Again?
Like you're froze on that camera.
Okay. I gotta unplug it.
We'll have to work on that.
Yeah. Okay. I've replugged it. Let me go back to present. Extra camera.
Tiger, did I tell you that I won an award for creating a new game?
Okay. What is it?
It's called Silent Tennis.
Silent tennis?
Yep, it's the same game without the racket.
God. You and your dad jokes. I got one Onza. These are getting harder and harder to find. They're sterling silver, but they're a full ounce of silver. And then I got, this is an interesting piece. An ounce of silver, but it's from Ireland.
Ooh,
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that's the geographical thing for Ireland. St. Patrick Land. Can't read the rest of it.
hey, Broke Stacker, what's up?
Hey, Broke, how you doing, man?
That's really cool.
It is. It is. And I'm not really a big fan of things that have big packages. But in this case, I went with it because it was St. Patrick's. And, you know, my mother's side of the family is partially Irish. I also won this at T's auction about a week ago. And I got a good price on this. Got a good price on this. I don't know why people weren't going for it, but I went for it and I got it, and nicely done. And I'm going to start working on back on my pours.
Did you get the Irish silver from your LCS, Tiger?
No, I got the Irish silver from T the Silver Stacker auction. Then from Silver Seeker, I got an Aquaman.
It is Thule's heart pour, L.
It is. It is. And the wife has been on my butt. She wants me to make a heart pour because she wants me to be able to give her some periodically. So I guess I got to go get one of those. But this right here is a John Wick. I think it's a John Wick. It doesn't say John Wick, but it kind of looks like it.
It's the second. Yeah, it's the John Wick.
But these two were special. Here, the landing of Columbia, the landing of Columbus, landing of Columbia. Stupid.
They're close. One was a shuttle.
One was a ship. Yeah. Ship's a different nature. And this one is the British surrender at Yorktown.
Is it blank?
No, it's a raised bar.
OC Stacker. I did answer you, OC. I said that depends. It's up to their crew.
What did OC ask?
If I was going to work with Wounded Warrior Project this year. It's up to them. It really is up to them. So they've got their crew, they've got their team, whatever they want to do, it's up to them. I'll support it however I can, but
is it going to be Can again, or is it someone else?
Can, Pedro, MLZB, those folks, yeah. It'll be that whole crew.
Okay, because the year before it was Silver Dragons and Yankee. So no, but I also got. Oh, hold on! I almost dropped it. Got to bring out the claws.
Those are good numbers, Amy.
What did Amy say?
My blood pressure was 127 over
that's
60
awesome.
97. Those are good numbers.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
Yes, they are. God bless you. I got from local Silver Mint
I'm not sure who's doing it. I don't have any idea. I'm assuming Pedro will continue to head it up, because Pedro has like a majority of the contacts with the Blue Angels and stuff like that. So um, we'll see. I'm not sure. It's a lot of work though. There's
Oh yeah.
a ton of stuff. It's hardcore. So, but yeah, if they reach out to me, then I'll help. But I'm not seeking it. I got so much other stuff going on. So we'll
Oh,
see.
you do. Your job is really demanding right now.
Yeah, April is virtually impossible, and I'm talking about the month, not my ex. It just happens to be named after the same month.
Well, this tube
They
here
were
is
both very
another
difficult.
one of the maples with Charles on it. I just don't want to open it, but I'll just show you what's in this capsule. And 20 ounces of silver. Yeah, well, I don't think we'll ever see that spot price again.
Hold on. That's out of focus. Let me see. Let me read that again. So that says Frosty 219.24. Come on, dude. You know I do this to you all the time.
I know you do. I know you do. But that was the total price. So the spot price was even smaller than that. I don't think we'll ever see that again.
We'll see it.
I don't think so. But I do love local silver mint, and I bought a second 10-ounce bar. Eventually, I'm going to make a pyramid. Three would set up a small pyramid. 6 would be a little bit bigger, and 10 would be the ultimate pyramid because that'd be 100 ounces.
Which is that?
The local silver mint bar, 10-ounce bar.
Gotcha. Okay. Frosty gets everything you drop.
Only if it's to do.
Oh, you know what though? That can't be true because I'd own your channel. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I think you pronounced Gary wrong.
I don't know if I said the name Gary.
I'm confused.
And lastly, from
Oh no, never mind. I'm tracking him.
And lastly, from local silver mint, I got their 1/10 ounce rounds. I plan on showing that on a video in the near future. That will be in addition to their 1/10 ounce barter bag. I actually like the rounds better, but I like the bars, but I like the rounds a little bit better. So
I like bars better.
I like the bars better when they start getting bigger. But the small thing.
Sorry, I'm on one today. I need to be good.
Господи помилуй. Может быть, я говорю твой муж, твой жена. Thanks, Mogo. I want the sword from Silver Dave. Yeah, me too, but they come in 3 sizes. They come in 3 sizes, OC Stacker. Small, medium, and large. So which one are you going to get? You're going to get one, the small one, the medium one, the big one, any combination of the above, all of them? Yeah, I think he did make it out of sterling because it's a lot more sturdy. I think he also made the hammers out of sterling. I think he made all of them out of sterling. I may be wrong with that, but I think his plan was to make it all out of sterling. That way they're a little more sturdy, which makes more sense because silver is a lot more malleable than sterling silver. And if you don't know that, I've seen videos where Silver Seeker is melted sterling silver, and it gets to be a mess. And Silver Dragons is melted sterling silver, and it was a mess. So, by the way, Yankees said that I've learned all my techniques from Hi-Ho Silver, which I love Hi-Ho, and once in a while I'm blessed to be able to talk to him.
He's not paying attention at all.
What didn't I pay attention? Open it, Frosty. Okay. Is that what I sent you? Okay.
It's a big package for a small container.
That'll work.
Yeah, I think my wife has said that too.
Remember, you said that I didn't. Hey, Nickel, welcome.
I can promise you my wife has never said that.
I can always ask her.
Although I did put a couple really nice teeth marks in her butt the other day.
Yes.
Like, you better be nice. I'm going to bite you in the ass. And she started to go on, so I bit her in the ass. Oh, it was hilarious.
That's a scream.
So this Oregon stacker dude definitely knows how to package his stuff.
Oh, doesn't he?
I've been working at this for quite a while.
Yeah, my unboxing yesterday had some Oregon Stacker stuff in it, and you know, he packages as tightly as I do.
He said, Tiger Stacker gifted this to Frosty. Whoa. Congratulations on a beautiful seated half. Oh, this thing isn't just cool. This thing is gorgeous. Look at that.
Yeah, that's very, very pretty. But I knew you wanted it.
Yeah, it's a beauty piece. So anyway, thank you. That is going in. Matter of fact, here. Got it?
Yes. And what I noticed is that, you know, it's how to read you very quickly when someone puts something up. If there's
the one I really need.
I knew that you didn't have a spot for that.
Oh, I have a spot for this one.
No, I mean you didn't have it filled. It was an empty spot.
No, it's the coin that is destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have the spot filled, but it's just the coin destroyed.
Okay, so
And
you're upgrading.
the other one is, remember that this is the one you cost me. The cat bust was the one I needed. Remember that one?
Yeah. I somehow I distracted you and you didn't get your bid in time.
Tech problems. I had to yell at you for doing stuff you shouldn't have been doing. All right, so this is an 1860, and the 1860 is abso-freaking-lutely amazing. So the one that I have is, it's beat up. It's got chips and stuff on the rim, and I mean, it's okay. It's a coin, right? But when you put those next to each other, I mean,
oh yeah,
because this one's got chips and dings all along. It's got a big puncture dent in the rim. So this will probably be a really nice GA one day.
What, the one that you're replacing?
Yeah. But that's a beauty. That's a beauty. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you very, very much.
You. Yeah, and you do tolerate me and my low tech abilities.
So I want everybody to understand Tiger is an extremely smart man. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say it to kiss his ass. Tiger's a doc. He's a smart dude. But Tiger has a severe allergy to technology. He gets around and it just affects his memory.
You son of a bitch.
It's got to be medical. I mean, because nobody that smart can be that clueless with tech. It's just, it's a lot of fun. We all have different strengths, and I've known extremely brilliant people that it's like, hey, click on your desktop, and they're like, what's that going to do for me? It's like, no, just double click, and they're like, it's like, no, wrong desktop. The one on your computer. I don't have a desktop on my computer. There's a big window there. Click on the window. I can't click on the window. So I have dealt with other people that are more challenged than you are.
Well, I will tell
Tiger
you,
is a pretty fart smeller.
that sounds like something Angel would tell me.
That's OC Stacker. That's awesome. Hey, he sent me a bonus.
He sent me one too. He sent me a quarter.
He sent me a mercury dime. And I need to look at it because it looks like a 24.
Is that something you need?
Oh no, it's a 41. No, I have the only one I need. Well, I need two. I need two mercury dimes. I need the 1942/1, which is a really cool variety. If you look at them side by side, you see the 42, and then as the 2 comes across, you'll see the 1 kind of behind it. It's a really collectible variety. And then obviously the big boy, which I'll probably never have, which is the 1916D. Speaking of big boys, so we do Tiger. You guys know that Tiger and I do stuff that is like we trade silver and we go back and forth. So I'll look at some things. I'll look at mercury dimes, or I'll look at peace dollars, or I'll look at Morgans, or whatever he has that's silver. And we'll go through it. I'll send him a tube of something. He'll send a tube back. Well, I've got a little something in here, and I want to share with you, Tiger, something that we found.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
So I had something of numismatic value in my tubes.
Yeah, you had something of semi-significant value in your tube.
Don't tell your wife I'll let you play with my tubes.
I think she already knows that. You know what was funny was back in the day when I was in the Navy, we used to send people down to get 50 feet of fallopian tubing.
In the Navy?
Oh yeah, we would send people down to the corpsman and ask for 50 feet of fallopian tubing.
And how did that go over?
Well, when they came back, they were a little upset. But it was fun.
Oh, that would be a scream. I probably would have pulled that off if I would have thought of it. Okay.
Let's see. Where are you? Did I put it in another place? Thought it was this one, but that is.
Yeah, Ellie, he's a scream. He's dry humor, but he's a scream. Don't tell him I said that. It'll go to his head.
I like to have fun. Okay, so here it is. Now you can't see it because I can't share my screen.
You can't?
No, not on the laptop.
Okay, so you got a laptop and you got a desktop station. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I got a couple of them here. Trying to show this.
Okay, here Nickel goes on about my gloves again.
All right, let me see if I can share this. Hold on just a sec.
Okay.
I'm going to have to.
All right, Nickel, I'll give you what you want.
Give me just a sec. I'm going to go see if I can plug in this other device. I may not be able to do it.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to let Nickel and everyone see my gloves because he's always giving me a hard time about my gloves. So we're just going to put this to bed. Okay, you ready, Nickel? Nickel, are you ready? You all want to see my gloves? Put 1 in the chat if you want to see my gloves. 2 if you don't. I'm waiting. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see my gloves. A 2 if you don't. Hey, Gary Huffman. Okay, here you go. There are my gloves. My Shriner gloves, nonetheless. I worry about my fur getting in the middle of the reeded edges. So sometimes if that's the case, I go ahead and put on the white linen gloves so that the fur doesn't get in the middle of everything. So there you go. You wanted to see my gloves? Yes, you did, Gary. Yes, you did. There's my gloves. Actually, yes and no. It's no longer Tully's. She gave it up for auction on T the Silver Stacker, and I got a good deal on it. And as I said earlier, my wife has been on me because she wants me to go ahead and the second camera's frozen again. She wants me to go ahead and get a heart and start making things for her. She wants to have hearts for the different romantic holidays, whether it be Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, her birthday, whatever. So I guess I'm going to have to find myself a good heart on which to make for her. She's very much a romantic lady. So I guess that's going to be one of them that I'm going to be doing. So yes, it's Tully's heart because she made it, but now it probably is going to go to the wife. She's going to see that and say, "For me," and off it goes again. That lady has stolen so much stuff from me. It's usually dogs, snakes, romance, and now shiny things. So, Tiger doesn't win as much anymore. But then again, happy life, happy wife, happy life. I want the Tin Man's heart. Who's the Tin Man? Your video was lagging, Mogo? That's okay. No problem. So I want to see what everyone has thought about this whole thing. And I can't wait until Frosty returns and jumps in on this.
I'm here. I'm just trying to get the camera to come up so I can show the other one.
Okay. Let me know because I want to see if this would be a pretty cool thing to bring up because everybody's talking about it.
The Wizard of Oz?
Almost. The conspiracy theories, especially that was brought up by Ted Speaks. I couldn't believe, I mean, he seems somewhat intelligent, and then he goes off on this whole conspiracy theory, and my jaw just hit the floor. And I'm sure everybody else has hit the floor. And then all the comments came out of the woodwork.
Oh, man. Blistering Barnacles did one earlier where he put a old 1990s computer chip on a 10 pence and said, "Oh my God, they're chipping everything." People are having a ton of fun with it. But the thing is God, I hope this guy is just pretending to be stupid, because it's just like, really? Like, seriously?
I get the impression that's the real him.
I don't know, but
You
just
know,
saying.
what I got the
All right,
impression.
so do me a favor,
Yeah,
share my screen.
working on it.
Can anybody tell me what that says?
Hold on. Come on. Let's see here. I think it's like 1224 maybe.
Close. Hey, ding ding, Amy. That is a 1921. It is a key date Mercury. And even in this condition, it's about a $30 to $40 coin.
Wow.
So when you're talking about a roll of dimes being $100, this is basically a third a tube of dimes.
Wow.
So again, look through your stuff, know what you have. Stackers, I know a lot of people stack for weight, they have constitutional, whatever, that's fine. You know what? If you don't want to look for varieties and errors and stuff like that, no big deal. Like, not at all. But check out your, Mercury. Yeah, let's do this. Hopefully it doesn't disconnect. Hold on. I jacked up my set screw. So you can see it's worse for wear. But you can see that 1921 there pretty clearly.
So that's something you want to put in your book system.
The one I have is better than this. However, this would either do one of two things. This would either make a nice giveaway, or it would be something that you could sell to somebody or trade to somebody for an upgrade.
Okay.
There's a lot of people who don't have a 1921. Mogo, great question. See, this is the kind of stuff I love for people to ask. So when you look at the values of certain coins, there's a couple things that come to mind. So number one, you have to look at mintages. Now, just because you have a mintage that's low doesn't mean it's going to be more valuable than a mintage that is higher. So in this case, the 1921 and the 1921D are key dates because they have a mintage of at or just slightly above 1 million. Now, when you're looking at the normal mintage of Mercury dimes, you're looking somewhere between 4, 5, 8, 9, 12, 19, 20 million, right? So this is a very low mintage. The 1916D is in the hundred thousands, right? It's like 400,000. But to find a coin like this, now this is in AG2. It's not a very good coin. It's just above being slick. You can see that the rim's pretty chewed on. It's got environmental damage. It's not a great coin, but for somebody who doesn't have a 1921, it's a great typeset fill. Now, again, you're not going to win the lottery with pocket change. It's not going to happen, but you can find some really cool stuff. So when you go through, and I've got a roll here, right? This is still one I have to go through. I've gone through the other two. Look through them, right? And there's a couple of things that you need to look for. And it's really not that difficult. So look for key dates. And you can simply do something by pulling up things like USA Coin Book or the Red Book. I've got my Red Book right here. It tells a little bit about some of the coins. You can get online if you're looking at cents or if you're looking at quarters. You can get on Kaneka. You can get on like Variety Vista and things like that and pull up key dates. right? Look at what those key dates are. Look for those mintages that are really small. 1932 Washington quarter, right? That's another one of those that has a pretty small mintage that it's just, if everyone talks about it, oh yeah. But it's one of those things. It's a cool thing to have. Now, again, when you're looking at the condition of this coin, it's not in very good shape. There's definitely some damage, environmental damage on it. It's not a variety, it's damage, right? So, but it is a key date year. So again, one of those things that if you're collecting a typeset book, like I have here, they're really cool to have. And what I like to do in my typeset book is a little bit different than a lot of people. Is I like to put some key dates. I just put a really nice, probably MS63, MS64, 1950D Jefferson nickel. Beautiful coin. I have a really nice 1928 Standing Liberty quarter from that dude. Right. Because again, just being a nice dude, sending me really cool things. This is an AU55. It's a really good condition for this particular item. And so again, find those things and put it, and just kind of keep those things handy, because those are the kind of things that they're fun to have.
You want to show that coin again? I'll make you big.
Say again?
You want to show that coin again? I'll make you big.
To click on the coin, you have to go down to the right-hand side.
Let's talk about the one that you had in your hand.
Oh. That one. Here, let me do this. The problem is that I don't, and I just went to the grocery store to pick up something to drink. And so my bag is still sitting here, so pardon the mess. Let me see if I can. Oh, I just dropped it on the floor. Damn it, don't drop your mercury dimes on the floor. They're hard to see.
Oh, yeah. Especially if they hit on the side of their rim, so they act like a wheel and roll down your shoe and shoot off like a rocket. Yep. Took me 2 hours to find a dime like that once.
Disconnect this for a second, because it's probably going to hopefully that doesn't oh man, dagnabbit. No, I'm going to lose it
You
again.
need more light on it.
Huh?
It looks like you need more light on it.
I do. I've moved my light, and I don't believe I have enough. I'm trying to prevent. Even with my light sitting like right on top of it, it doesn't pull it up very well. Let me do this. I'm going to disconnect it one more time. And
dude, you have the upside down house.
Yes, I do. Okay, so let me see if I can do.
Is that the one I got you?
Yes. So give me just a second, and let me do this, which is, I'm going to put this on a little bit more of an angle. There we go.
There you go.
That's the bad boy. So, okay. Yeah, so when you're looking at this, and again, this is a really nice, so this is AU, and what they mean by AU is it's almost uncirculated. Now, there are some things on the plastic of the coin, that little black area just by the right of her flag, that's not actually on. That's pen mark from when he was doing something, probably dragged the pen across it. So it's actually on the plastic. It's not actually on the coin. Um, and then this little area right down here, there's a little, you can see that's damage on the plastic. It's not actually on the coin. The coin does have some rim dings, but it's a great coin. Got great, beautiful detail. And this eagle is just amazing. So real quick, all my numismatic hobbyists out there, what does O stand for?
Are you talking about New Orleans?
Ah, dude, nicely done. New Orleans, yes, that stands for New Orleans. And that is a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous coin. So it's a beauty. It is
Is that a
definitely
half
beauty.
or is that a whole dollar?
Say again?
Is that a half or is that a whole dollar?
Down there at the bottom, $50. Yep. Cool, cool coin. And I don't know what that value is that he put on the back. He's got like 7 different numbers on there, but they don't make sense. Like,
All I know is I wrote it down what I paid for it. It went into my records, and I don't care about the rest of it.
yeah, I can guarantee that it didn't go for any of the numbers that are there, because that's way wrong. That's way wrong. I understand what they're saying there, but that's not even the right coin. So I don't know. I think they were just documenting the different types of varieties that come with this particular year, but it's definitely not. Yeah, I know what you got. Yeah, I know. So, but it's a beauty. Tis a beauty. Yeah, that is the funky chicken. Now, the only thing that, so I love the seated. You guys know that Christian Gobrecht is my favorite designer, and this is actually the handiwork of Christian Gobrecht. So I have a real fascination for the work that he did. But what's cool about this particular coin is what it stands for. So the coin itself is beautiful, but so when sitting down, looking behind, kind of has her little cap standing there, and kind of at this peaceful position, and then holding the shield with liberty in front of it. And that is that during this time frame, you were talking about uh, wartime, right? And what this was that we are seeking liberty. Our nation wants freedom. Our nation wants independence. It wants freedom. But the shield is, I will defend myself if need be. So this was a very powerful statement that people didn't realize, which was that it's sitting here. Yeah, it's a peaceful looking item, but it was a real strong tell that um, mess with us and we'll defend ourselves. So I have an 1873, but not in that shape. Now, 1873 is my golden year because that's the 100-year coin when I was born. So anything 1873 I keep. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, there's my 1873.
That's pretty.
It does have a scratch on it.
It does
This
or
is
does
the
not?
one. Say again.
It does or does not?
Yeah, there's a couple scratches. You can see the scratch right here across Liberty, and you can see 2 laterals, one that are coming down. The numbers are in great shape. They look really solid. You can see Liberty very clearly. The Eagle's in decent shape, but see all the scratching?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this coin at one time probably had some stuff on it, and somebody tried to clean it. They got in there and tried to brush it up. Probably had a little brush or something, was trying to get some stuff on. But yeah, it's a beauty coin. So that's in my typeset book. And the only one that I'm missing is the 1837 or the 1838 cat bust, but that's a $400 coin. So it's going to be a while before I pick up anything like that. So, but this one's amazing. So I definitely appreciate you, Tiger.
You're welcome. I appreciate you for helping me out with all my tech lack of abilities.
Well, you know, my granddad used to always tell me that if you want to be valuable, if you genuinely want to be valuable, do everything you can to work yourself out of a job.
That makes sense.
Because if you're just doing what you do to get by, you're not really growing the company. You're not really doing anything. And I would argue with my grandfather because I was always told that if you want to be a good employee, you need to be good at hide and seek.
Yeah, I think you're right. And basically, what I've said to people before is I used to do all sorts of different types of medicine, including addiction medicine at one point. And the people that would run that institution and I had a parting of the ways because they wanted me to keep people on Suboxone. And my approach to it was as appropriate. And they'd say, well, it's just like diabetes. It's a lifelong disease. I said, it's like diabetes, and we're supposed to get people off medicine for diabetes. Therefore, we're supposed to get people off medicine for this. In fact, in theory, if people did the right thing to help themselves, we would be working ourselves into poverty. And they looked at me and says, we're supposed to cure disease, if at all possible. If not cure it, then control it. And if you can control it to the degree that's almost cured, they don't need you. They don't need me. So we put ourselves into poverty. You would have swore that I said all sorts of foul language. But in theory, that in my world, in medicine, in theory, we're supposed to help people cure their diseases or at least control them where they don't need to come back so much. But what you just mentioned was the same thing that I had thought about years ago in my career. Most people don't want to do that. They want to keep the wheel rolling so that they keep themselves in money, which I understand. But
you know the best kind of physician? Honestly, the best kind of physician. You know who they are? You know what kind they are?
yeah, the ones with stripes.
No, seriously.
Okay.
Oh,
What's that?
tell me that isn't ironic.
Hold on. Let me print. Oh, yeah, because of the background.
Yeah. I just happened to open it up and they came in. I was like, oh, yeah, that's perfect. And that is exactly what they stand for, folks, believe it or not.
What, fire and ice?
Fire and ice, silver and gold. Yeah.
Okay.
The best medicine is preventative, right? Keep from getting sick. How do you keep people healthy? Preventative maintenance is always better than corrective maintenance. Corrective maintenance means something's already gone wrong. So preventative is worth its weight in gold. And Bifrost got a coin.
Let me make you big again. Hold
You know
on.
what that is?
Did I send that to her?
Nope.
It looks like the Millennium Falcon.
It is the Millennium Falcon. Tiger wins a prize. That is for Bifrost. That came from Rock Solid.
That's awesome.
So I'm doing some packaging openings. I haven't been to the post office in a little while, so figured I might as well do it while we're here. Do a Frosty's unboxing on Tiger's channel.
That works.
The best doctors are like doctors I had for my third daughter's birth. What does that mean? I'm not quite sure what that means. Angry warrior. Oh, aha. Tiger,
What?
you're going to want to see this one.
Okay.
Now, Angry Warrior Tackle Box. Good
Okay.
dude. Talented pourer. Okay. And he poured me a little chunky monkey. And when he finished it, he's like, Frosty, this turned out really good, dude. I'm excited for you. And I said, okay. Because I've been wanting one of these. So I went in and, oh man, hell yeah. You ready for this?
Yes. Never retreat, never surrender. Oh, you got to get me in touch with him. I want one. That's going to go in my Patriot box.
4.23 ounces, dude.
That's nice.
Amazing. Angry Warrior. That's beautiful, brother. That's like, I like this. That's a sick piece.
Let's see the back. Oh, nice.
Number 2.
Oh, that's nice.
4.23 ounces. The only way that would have been better is if it would have been what? You know me, Tiger. Come on.
Had a ship on it. That one's mine.
That's what I said. Okay, so what's the number?
Oh, number 3.
If it had been number 3, it'd have been absolutely phenomenal. No, this is phenomenal. So if you happen to see Angry, tell him you've seen Frosty's pour here and say, yeah, because that's freaking amazing.
I'll make you a deal. I know you like 3. Since you know how to reach him and I don't, see if you'll make me one. If it's number 3, I'll take number 2 and you can have number 3.
Do that. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. So I'm going to have to, that's sick. That is cool. I don't want to open this one now because that's the one I've been waiting for. That's why I went to the post office at 9 o'clock tonight, because I wanted to pick that up.
That's
the last package for today.
I haven't had the amount of time I've wanted to make videos or to do pours.
So, Tiger, you never answered my question from earlier.
What's that?
Do you know why the best employees are good at hide and seek?
No.
Does anybody else know why the best employees are good at hide and seek? I had this argument with my grandfather. He told me that I was crazy. My daughter would probably not be alive if she was not breathing, if she was born. Oh, wow. I'm glad she's here, Gary.
Same.
You got a good puppy.
That's my number 5. This is my number 4 bar.
Oh, this is from Big Apple Stacker.
Oh, he sent me one of those too.
That's cool.
Anybody recognize this bar?
Well, nobody can see anything because you just see my big old ugly mug.
Oh, shit. That's right.
So, but the reason that the best employees are good at hide and seek is because They say good employees are hard to find.
Oh, what a scream.
Come on, y'all. It's late.
This one's my number 5 bar. Been thinking about making a total of 10. I'm going to show you all what I have left right now. I'll make more here in a little bit.
I got one of your bars sitting right next to me. Do you want me to
Yes,
show
you do.
it?
Yes, number 3. This one's number 4. This one's a very special bar. Can someone tell me why this one's special?
I can tell you why, but I will not answer. Because I know that it was poured on my birthday.
Why are you pouring? What's the reason? Because I wanted to. Thank you, Amy. Does anybody recognize this bar?
I do.
Oh, it's more than just a tiger and dog world.
This bar is the culmination of plastic, silver, fire, and an April 1st joke. There it is. That is the famed April Fool's.
A new Engelhard bar. Melt, melt, melt.
Yes, that's so the reason that I knew what it was because Tiger Big Apple's a stud.
Oh, thank you, Gary. I enjoyed making that video. Oh my goodness. I had so much fun. I had so much fun doing that one.
I got some bills from Big Apple. Forget about it. He's a good dude. I like him.
I would just like listening to him talk. He could say whatever and I'd just be entertained.
Yeah, you know what though? I realized can't see. That's okay, El. You don't want to do that. He's already had to replace one camera.
Can't see frostbite. Okay. Hold on. Fixing it. This one was made by Hi-Ho Silver.
Hi-Ho does good work.
Yeah, I'd love to get to his skill level.
So I got a Texas bar because I got to represent the state I live in, even though I'm a transplant. And despite Texas's best attempts to get rid of me with allergies, I'm still here. That almost looks like a face. Oh, that's the Bitcoin round.
I think this is the prototype. I may be wrong. Nope, this one's number 5.
Tiger's a emergency med physician. He is an ER doc. Which is why I tease him, because he's an extremely smart dude. He's just got an allergy to technology.
Okay.
It's a shiny bar. Look at that shiny thing.
Let me bring you up.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Proofy. It's the year of the boar.
You're the what?
Year of the boar.
The boar?
Yep. Can't see it because it's too freaking stinking shiny. Shiny.
You see that one?
Yankees kryptonite. Is that the one you sent to Little Stacks?
Nope. That one's going to go. I'm just waiting for the right moment. I'm already working on finishing rig 7, but I have enough material, I think, to get me to rig 9 without having to do more raw material.
So, Amy, they're not anything fancy. It's a 35E blue certificate. It's a red $5 and then a 50B green. This is the green seal, which is cool because it's a little bit bigger bill. It's one of the thicker ones. So you set them side by side, you can see how thick that is. Comes up over the top. So got those from Big Apple. I have a gold certificate. You know what I want to get? The one thing, and every time I try to get it, I always lose it, or somebody comes and snipes my happy butt. And that's the Hawaii note. I was stationed in Pearl, so I want to get a Hawaii note. I can never win. Some of them go for a lot of money, so it gets to a certain point. I'm just like, I don't need it that bad. I like currency, but I don't chase it. It's a good looking pour, dude. You're getting good at it.
That's the prototype.
I've got two. Two what? What's up, JJ? What's going on, bud? Good to see you. Oh man, I am so in love with this thing.
I bet you are.
That turned out so freaking good.
Yeah.
Dude,
Can you reach out to him and see if he can make me one?
Oh yeah, definitely.
If he makes the number 3, I'll take your number 2, and you can have your number 3.
He may have already poured 3, 4, 5.
This here was a lot of fun to make.
Man, it's so big it doesn't fit on the I can't get it to fit on the coin scope. It's too thick. I'm running out of steam, bud.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You've been at it for a very long time.
Yeah, 2 16-hour days back to back with a couple 12 mixed in.
Yeah. Been there.
4 days I've already worked 60 hours. I'm ready for a nap.
I don't blame you. So that's all I got left of my silver pours. I gave a good bit of them away.
Excuse me.
One to you and one over to Yankee and a few at the live stream that he had. I'm going to start stacking up on them. I'm trying to figure out a way to make my own channel round.
Joseph, a graded ASC would be great, but they didn't make ASCs in 73. So I can't do one.
86, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I can't have one, but I have my MS-68. And there it is right there.
There you go. Number 3. The thanks. Here, let me bring you up.
Thanks, Frosty. Number 3. 5.45 ounces.
That was fun to stamp. Oh, I was sweating bullets. You know, I was afraid of making a mistake and having to start all over. I take messed up silver, ones that I poured and didn't work out so well, and before I melt them, I use them as stamping formats to see. You have no idea how many times I've done an E backwards and a 3 backwards.
They're errors. Then it doesn't matter to me. It's I don't have my coffee cup. Mike Panucci made me a coffee cup, and he printed my logo backwards. And he was like, dude, I sent it. I was like, it's perfect. He's like, what do you mean it's perfect? I said, when I drink it, it's the right way for the camera.
Well, that's true too.
He's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no. So I did a stream and I held it up, and it you can see Frostbite just perfect. So I drink from it. You can see my logo. I was like, it's perfect. I've only poured 1 bar, and that's the one I poured right there.
When did you do that?
Oh, I'm just kidding. I've never poured anything in my life.
Oh, crap.
I'm just messing with you, dude. This is I won this from the St. Jude. This came from Chief Stacker. 5 ounce is a Princeton bar. Ugh, I'm running out of steam, folks. I'm going to be shutting it down here in a minute.
Yeah, we've been at it for basically an hour and 40 minutes for an impromptu live stream.
Has it been that long, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So is the sound still coming through? The only thing left to do is fix camera number 2.
It's your audio is great. I got no issue with your audio. Okay. Your audio is coming across. Were there any numismatic coins in 1800s? Yes. There's a lot of numismatic coins in 1800s. In fact, the first numismatic coins, well, let me rephrase that. Numismatic coins go back as long as they make coins. Numismatic is the study of the history of coinage. So when you're talking about numismatic coins, it's all coins are numismatic, but numismatists study more than just coins. So it's any kind of money, currency, and things like let's see if I can find one. So like this, which is the kangaroo, right? Which is semi-numismatic. It's not numismatic. It's not a coin, but it is a bullion round, and it has a numismatic flair to it, so to speak. So it's semi-numismatic. And then you have pure bullion, which is not. So there's a bunch of different things. You also have numismania, which is like elongated cents and silver war tokens and things like that. That's all under the semi-numismatics, numismania. But yeah, the first U.S. coin was 1792. 1790. I think it's 1792. Maybe it might be 1793. And then and that was the half diem. It's people call it a dismy, but it's a diem. And then they went to the flowing hair and then the bust, and it goes from there. So that's okay, no worries. They have U.S. coinage, actual U.S. coinage back to the 1700s. So, did you have a different question that you wanted to ask? If it was 1800 today,
I don't understand the question.
So I think what you're asking is there's like collector value to an 1800 coin that you have today? Yes, absolutely. And the better the quality, the more value they have. But if you're asking were there like numismatists back in 1800? Oh yeah. They were artwork back then. And so people kept them. In fact, there was a recent hoard that I tripped across. It's been found for a long time. It was found in New York. That was like 50 mint shape. I mean, just absolutely beautiful deems and flowing hair and things of that nature. So yeah, I mean, there were people who that collected that stuff for years and years. Especially if you're a stacker and you like gold. A really cool one to get is the Dahlonega mint. It's the D mint mark that was before Denver. So if you can get a 1825 or 1830 or whatever it is, gold coin, then absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So the question was, so at 1800 had a 1700, or in 1800, a 1700s coin had numismatic value. Absolutely. So by 1800, some of the first, the deems and stuff like that had already been snatched up by collectors. So just like coins today, right? There are coins that come out. I've got one right here. This is a great example. Okay. These are the dueling liberties, right? The two liberties. This is really proofy. It's hard to see. But this is the English version. There's an American version that has a tree and stuff like that. These are collectors. These are collectible items, right? Because they're coins, they're of certain value. So even the stuff that we have today is still has numismatic value. So yeah. What's up, Muscle Shell? Good to see you, bud. Thanks for popping in. So yeah, there's lots of. I never heard our founding fathers the value of a denarius. So there were various collectors because again, there were different museums. You talk about European time frame. The English were really good at robbing graves from Egypt and other places, taking coinage, finding old things from Alexander, so on and so forth.
Hello, Lisa.
And putting them in their museums. And so the people that came across from Europe to settle America, many of them were collectors, many of them were philanthropists, many of them were rich barons that had money and collectible items. Stacking or collecting and all that stuff goes back, Roman, Greek times. As long as you have somebody creating a piece of art, you're going to have a collector. So who's to say that one of the founding fathers wasn't a big fan of Greek coins? They very well might have been. I don't know the answer to that. But if you want me to look it up, you want me to find out, I'll find out for you. I absolutely will do that for you. Actually, I think it'd be a fun story.
That one I definitely would watch. Thank you, Ellie. Did you see what I showed up? Frosty?
Did I see what I showed?
Yeah, did you see what I just showed? Probably
No.
you were busy doing. It's okay, I'll show you.
Oh, yes, I did see that one.
Let's see if I can get it in focus. Yeah, there you go. Whoops, there it goes.
That's mine.
I'm going to be pouring another one of those. That's my prototype. I knock out some videos, put some on standby, so when I'm away in New Mexico again, then I don't have to worry because I've loaded them up. So, what do you guys think? How's my pouring coming? Trump broke his nose. Well, maybe I did do that. I don't think so, though. Let me look again. No, I think that's just the way it poured. Thank you, Al. I'm hoping that maybe in the near future, when I learn how to do auctions, I'll put some of these up for auction. But I only have, give or take, about 10 items and traveling and all that. So I want to load some up before I start even trying that. Plus, I think I got to get used to more tech before I'm ready to attack that. I'm just kind of thinking, for me to do a decent job with that type of a live stream, I probably need to understand OBS Streamlab. What do you think, Frosty?
Did you suddenly have a strong urge to trip over something or unplug something or
Are you making fun of my lack of tech?
you can do OBS Streamlabs. There's a lot to it. It's a lot of work while you're doing it, but once you get it set up, as long as you don't go tinkering with it, you should be fine.
Well, the big thing was I took your advice. You and others told me to stick to StreamYard, get used to everything before I consider going OBS Streamlab. And I'm hoping to get closer to the end goal because I'm very goal driven. But if you consider that I've needed help with microphones and cameras and computers and anything that has electricity going through it, and I figured I better learn how to handle that first, and then I'm going to try to graduate myself to OBS Streamlab.
So there's a really cool article on collectors, and it does say that Thomas Jefferson acquired many contemporary European coinage pieces through his travels abroad and had quite the collection of coins. John Quincy Adams collected and auctioned coins at the Massachusetts Historical Society. There was a massive collection that was owned by John Quincy Adams in 1971 that went for a pretty penny. So yeah, there's a few presidents that are in this list. Going back, they start with some. Well, no. So you're thinking time periods versus numismatic is the numismatists study coins. Numismatic is the study of coin, right? So numismatic counts for ancients. So when you're talking about numismatic, you can't use numismatic for a time frame. That's the wrong word to use. Ben Franklin had coins. Yeah, that's correct. He's also on them.
True.
But Caesar Augustus was a big collector of coins. Theodora Ferragina Ginta, or whatever the hell the name is, I don't know who that is, collected coins. Giovanni Mancinero, hold on, Mancinero. Anyway, it's Italian name. Don't know what it says. Collected coins. Pope Paul II had a collection of ancient coins and it had about 1,000 silver coins and over 100 gold coins. and at a glance was able to tell where each of the coins came from. Big numismatist, 1417 to 1471. So there are a ton of people who were coin collectors. So to say one of our founding fathers wasn't, we just didn't know about it, or I am not seeing it, there's a high likelihood that they probably collected. But I mean, we had war heroes and presidents and stuff that collected pipes, they collected artwork, they collected statuary. Um, yeah, I mean, where somebody's doing art, there's a collector. So, yeah, it's safe to say that one of our founding fathers probably collected coins.
I don't doubt that. In fact, if you
And
think,
there's tons and tons and tons of kings, queens, dukes, duchesses that collected because it's always been called the hobby of kings.
well, if you think about it, way back in our beginning history, we didn't even have our own money. We were using other countries' money. I think in your video, you mentioned that the first U.S. mint started in what, 1782 or 92 or something like that.
1792, yeah. Well, and so some of the first coins that were struck, the half penny or the half cent, were struck on pent English planchets, right? They would just take it and restamp it. So
So they get out the English and put an American on top of it.
yeah, they would just put it in the press and change the denomination of it. The people do that with gold and stuff all the time. They'll take an American Indian $5 gold coin, like the one that we talked about, the 14 or the 09, right? And they would stamp it with the Russian czar on it, which has a much higher numismatic value. Still the same, it's still a gold coin, same size, same weight, but they would counterfeit because it's not the intended design for the coin. They would counterfeit the Russian, and they would do it where the one that I'm thinking of, I can't think of the name of it, but the lettering, depending upon where the lettering is on the rim, depends its value.
Uh-huh.
So if the lettering is higher and it just comes barely to the back of the bust of his neck, then see you later, L. Love you, my friend. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you
Being
so
a
much.
wonderful mod. You're awesome. I'm
She
going to
is.
be going to bed soon.
She's amazing.
I got to get to bed. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of cool stories like that. So, but yeah, I mean, as long as there's been money, there's been somebody trying to defraud somebody.
Unfortunate, but true.
So, all right, Tiger. Well, I'm going to go. I've got to get some rest.
Same here. And just to keep us up to speed, we're like 2 minutes shy of 2 hours. So we've been at it a while.
Well, it's a minute and a half. So we just got to get that 2 hours.
Oh, if you want to stay for a minute and a half, I'm good with that. If everyone here is good with it.
All right. That's a minute and a half. That's going to be a minute of dad jokes.
Okay. That works for me.
Hi, Matt. Bye, y'all.
Bye, Matt. Hi, Matt. Bye, Matt.
Sullivan. Good to see you.
So true.
Oh, you're going to bed too? Metal Matt, I'm in for 60 seconds. What's going on, bud?
Welcome.
Thanks for coming in. I am here to help monetize your live stream. How close are you, Tiger? How many hours? How many do you need?
I need a little over 700 hours.
700 hours is a really good GA video.
Okay.
I had when I did my 1,000 subscriber GA, I had 790 hours.
Well,
So,
I'm glad you mentioned the GA because at 4,000 view hours, I've promised off 4 Tiger ounces. So
let's get you something that just before you get to the 4,000 hours, that'll be your 4,000 hour kickoff party,
Okay. And
and
then
we'll stream for 5 hours if we have to.
that'll work. I'll make sure I get all
Let's
the
hammer those hours out. Let's get you monetized.
Yeah. You're 5 hours away, Nickel. Congratulations, my friend. He really puts them out. I wish I had the time to do it like Nickel does, but I don't.
Oh, you're talking videos. I heard other stories about him, so
Oh, you never know.
just just kidding, Nickel. He's gonna be like, "Go to bed, Frosty. You're tired." Yep, I am. I'm gonna kill it. We got 2 hours. We got the mark. We're good.
Yes, we do. 2 hours and 30 seconds.
3,500 hours. I just told Tiger I'm just about to pass 9,000.
He is, and he does it because he streams 2-3 times a week
Without fail. Well, I shouldn't say that. I try to do it without fail, but I'm going to be reducing that. I'm going to be doing a members only stream, talking to the members, explaining what I'm going to be doing with my channel and changing things up a little bit. I think I found the niche I want to be in.
Yeah,
I'm loving what I'm doing.
He does a great job at telling stories, and it's entertaining. You'll really enjoy it. He's, like I said so many times before, it's the only numismatist that doesn't put me to sleep.
Nickel's trying to catch Sal. That's funny. You'll get there. You know what? If you have a goal of catching Sal, you need to match Sal's stack.
Oh, that's
Good luck.
You told me he's been doing that since what, 1970s?
Oh yeah, he's been doing it for 40 years. So he was buying gold when it was in the, double digits.
Oh, that'd have been nice. God, I wish I would have done that.
Yeah, that's like me trying to keep up with Brian, the doc, one of the top pops when it comes to PCGS and varieties and errors. Brian Jensen, I believe his name is.
Mhm.
The dude's got, it's insane, the coins that this guy has. And but he finds them. Like he goes through and finds stuff and looks for them, and he finds some amazing things. So crazy, crazy cool. So
Okay. Well, I think we need to send you to bed.
I'm going to bed. Yeah, I'm done.
And I'm probably gonna fall asleep hard myself, but I'm gonna try to work on that unboxing video that I've been working on ever since last night. I fell asleep on that one. Anyway, I want to thank everyone. Thank you, Frosty, for coming last minuteage.
Yep. I do got to tell you one thing.
Huh.
When Yankee was trying to do the telephone calls tonight,
Uh-huh.
I got wind that Professor Rigdobortis made an attempt.
Oh, and how did it go for the professor?
Didn't work out so well, but he was ready to go.
Oh, he was, my goodness, he was teasing the hell out of me. He will pay.
Yeah, that was funny.
He will pay.
So he was like, anybody who can beat Tiger. And I was like, I think Professor Rigdobortis needs to make an appearance.
That would have been really cool.
Well, howdy, Yankee. It'd have been like, no, go away.
Oh my goodness. So, I've got I had my last meeting with Yankee because I'm on his top tier of his membership. I have my meeting with him. He's like, dude, do you realize how many times you tease me versus how many times I tease you? I said, dude, you started it. I'm just finishing it. So he has no idea what I've got planned.
It's fun. He's a great sport. That whole thing's just a ton of fun. That banter's a riot.
He keeps telling me, keep going, keep going, keep going. So because I would always get worried that people get all upset and think it's real and all that. He says, no, just keep going. Says,
a little bit of distension or whatever you call that. Kind of that stretching of people's feelings about stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes is good.
Yeah.
Right. But you guys do good correction and tell people plenty that, hey, this is banter, this is joke. So,
Yeah.
all right, dude, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hit the button. I'm out of here.
I'm gonna hit the button. Good night, everyone. Thank you all for coming. I really enjoyed having you all here. Thank you for letting me know my mic and the new stuff is working. And when we do this live stream for the blood bar with the question and answer session, please feel free, bring your questions. Feel free to quiz as much as you can. So good night, everyone. Thank you very much.
Smash that like on your way out, folks.
Smash the like.
See ya.